this is our Bridgeport milling machine. This one's got a 42-inch table. It's had a regrind to the X and the Y axes, and then we do the top of the table and the two sides to ensure everything's square and true once everything's finished. It's had a full stripped down service, replacing absolutely loads of parts with brand new. We've then added the 4-axis DRO system. We've got an X power feed, brand new, Y-axis power feed, brand new. There's absolutely loads of new parts on this machine. It's really nice, it's running great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through and show you everything running. Okay, so X-axis, new lead screws in the X and the Y with nuts. That's all running fine. These are safety hands that we just explained. You've got to twist to turn. So you twist this part, that throws a rod down into there and engages, and then you can turn and engage it. Otherwise, when it's running free, you can just spin it like that. That's because the power feed's on. It's a necessary item, safety item for the power feed. Again, the one on the Y-axis has to be a safety handle as well, and it does spin, just to show it all operating. Now this one's a push system, so you push it in and then turn. Again, there's almost no backlash at all there. It's absolutely lovely, really nice and smooth all the way across. The regrind is absolutely beautiful. Okay. So the same with the Z. Z's all been serviced as well. It's brand new bearings in the Z. It's all been serviced absolutely fine. You can hear how quiet that is. Absolutely silent. It's the way they should be. So that's really nice. I'll just turn that hand around so I don't walk into it. Okay, so you've got an X-axis lock here, Y-axis lock there, and a knee lock down here. They're all serviced, all working fine. Moving on to the lube system at the bottom here, it's had all new pipes, distribution valves that are underneath there, they've all been renewed. The pump's all working great. So I'd say so every every 4 to 8 hours, just pump the lube pump to get the oil flowing around all this section. Also the same amount of time, there's little oil pots here and there. Just give it some nice 68 lube oil, it's absolutely fine for this machine. And yeah, it just keeps the machine in good condition. Okay, so moving on, let's fire up your power feeds. So these are variable speed. There's a variable speed at the bottom here. So that's about as slow as you can go. You should be able to see it moving on the X-axis. So for every feed, you've got a rapid override. It's the button at the top. Take your finger back off it, and it goes back to feed again. And you can move these stops. There's 2 of them here. Wherever the job happens to be, you can move the stops to best position for the job itself. As the power feed hits the stop, it will shut down automatically and then restart when it comes off the stop. Underneath hidden here are our complete dead stops. They shouldn't be taken out. The reason being is you don't want it to stop your power feed being crunched, or there's a scale on the back, we don't want that to be crunched either. So please don't remove those ones at the back there, leave these in, don't remove those, move them to wherever you want and you'll be absolutely fine. The same with the Y, these are set, just leave them where they are and you should be fine because they're set to stop. Again, the Y-axis power feed touching the ends, for the scale and the read head touching the ends as well. So best just left where they are. Okay, so I'll try and the Y-axis as well. So again, this is variable speed. So a little knob on the side, that's the variable speed system. And there's a rapid over switch as well, rapid override switch as well. So that's the operation of those. I'll get them both going together so you can see that they both do operate together. It's not something you want to cut like that, but just so you can see the electrical system's all working fine and we'll power both of them if you wish. Okay, so there's the bottom section of the machine covered. Okay, right, we're moving on to the variable speed head and the quill. So firing up the head, before you do that, make sure you're in high or low range, whichever one you prefer, but make sure it's locked in, as someone hasn't left it sort of half in and half out. And the head does not like that. Make sure that your brake here is in the vertical position, not cocked over or stuck, jammed over like that. You want it to be nice and vertical, and make sure your brake's not on. Okay, fire it up. We're running around 1200 RPM at the moment. So we're going to engage the quill system. Before I do that, I'm going to make sure that the quill stop is all the way at the top or all the way down to the bottom on here. The reason being, it won't engage like that. So we'll just come off the stops a little bit and then you can engage the quill. So the moment it's figured up, stop that and reverse it. Just from this little knob here. Only use your hand on there, never hit it with anything. It's quite a big gear, it does take quite a bit of teasing in and out sometimes. So just only tease it in and out with your hand. As soon as your apprentice tends to hit it with a hammer, and that's the last time it works when you do that. Okay, so engage it. You see it's feeding all the way down there. You can see it feeding on the quill as well. This is it's coming off this scale at the moment and reading into the DRO system. So you can set this stop wherever you need it to be, and it cuts out automatically for you. Just to show you it does reverse again. And there we go, we're feeding on now. So for every spindle speed, we've got 3 different feed rates. So by engaging now, we're on the highest at the moment, but this is up, this handle's up. That's the highest speed rate. It's horizontal, that's the slowest. And when it's all the way down, that's the medium. So you can see the handles moving each time, they're all working fine. Put it back to the fastest, and I'll just let it trip out again for the last time. So moving on to the pedal speed head, so let's go all the way to the top. That's about 2,400 RPM, which is probably about as high as you want to go on a bridge wheel. And back down to 500 RPM. Up to 1,000. Hit the brake just to show you it working. And then I've got it to reverse now. Back down to 550. Okay. Right, I'll stop it, hit the brake just to show you that working. You only generally use the brake for when you get the drawbar out. It's not used in normal operation to slow the machine down. It slows down quite fast enough on its own. So what we're going to do is we're going to change it to low range now. Before we do that, this quill handle tends to be in the way, so I'm just going to move it out of the way so we can get the angle right. So you push in, twist around, and then lock it into the low range. Sometimes you have to turn the spindle to get it in, but just I've been lucky today. Okay, so firing up, making sure the brake's not on as well. Just as quiet and low. That's 50 RPM. And that's 260 away. So that's all working fine. Oh, I'll just change it back to high range so you can see that it's working. Again, we're going to turn the spindle. Okay, so it changes back just fine. Right, so I'll just explain how the guard works. So at the moment, The guard is in the normal working position, so it needs to be in that position to carry out the job. If you open it, it'll shut down the variable speed head and the 2 power feeds. So anything on the machine side that could cause a problem. I'll demonstrate it now. So all your feeds are working. You open the guard. Everything shuts down, brings on an E-stop condition. So to get out of that condition, turn all your power feeds off, turn your head off, make sure there's no issues with the machine, close the guard, and then press the green button again. And away you go, you're good to go. Carry on with what you're doing. Okay? So it's a nice guard. Right, I just want to demonstrate now the quill monitor and the Z-axis and how these sum together. So we zero out the top, reposition the handle, I come down in the Z on the quill, I've got a reading of 25. And I move up in the knee, you'll notice the hole go deeper. So it's gone to 30 now. So as we move up, it's the hole's gone deeper, which is correct. Go back down, the hole gets shallower, and the same with the quill down. So you can see that they sum together, so you always know where you are in absolute with the 2 scales that couple together on the Z-axis. It's a really nice system. I've also been asked on this machine to show sort of a few extra bits on the operation. So say we want to remove the head in this sort of motion, swivel the head. The way we do that, there's 4 bolts here, 1, 2, 3, 4. You loosen them, you make sure there's a pin on the side, you make sure you've removed, if you go past 15 degrees I believe it is, you want to make sure that the pin is out, so there's a pin there, okay? If you're feeling resistance, for God's sake stop, don't just carry on cranking, it might be you've left the pin in, okay? So, but it only goes up to about 15 degrees. To stop, you've got an issue, the head just plunking over. So it's one of the safety features Bridgeport introduced. So to wind the head over, there's actually a cranking position here. So you put a 90mm spanner on there and you crank the head round. But always put your hand up before you do that, you know, you just never know, someone could have damaged the gear before you, so always just have your hand up ready. Okay, so when you've got the right position, there's markings on the side to tell you what angle you're at. Then you can carefully lock these 4 bolts back on. But you need to jiggle it first, because what you don't want to do, there's 2 gears at the back there, you don't want a tooth on top of a tooth. So you just want to be careful when you're doing that to make sure you don't damage anything when you're cranking around. The same goes for if you want the head to go this way. There's 3 locking bolts here, and then the crank is on the top. So you loosen them, and then you can crank over with that one. Once you've messed with that, you're probably going to have to use a tramming tool to reclock the head up. So yeah, you just want to get one of those ready before you start doing those sort of processes. Okay, so there's a coolant pump in the back of the machine, and you can turn the coolant pump on with this switch here. Now obviously it's not operating at the moment because the guard is on, the guard is open. The power feed switch is here, so if that's in the middle, the power feeds will be off. And the first switch is actually for the head. You need that on all the time, otherwise the machine will be on an E-stop condition. This second switch here is actually for the slot in there, which isn't fitted anywhere in this particular machine, so that doesn't matter too much. Obviously just be careful with the machine, keep oiling it, keep the oil in at 68, BD68 in case you're wondering what the type of oil was. That's absolutely fine for the lube on this machine. Yeah, any questions though, please obviously consult the manual or give us a call. We're more than happy to help you along the way. Please come down and see the machine for yourself. Thanks for watching.